I don't know about you, but when I feel overwhelmed in the garden, I just add a pot or two, and it really pumps up my creativity. I know that might sound backwards, but I'm going to share more with you here in this week's episode. So come on, let's grow. All right, let's get into it here on my back deck. And the first thing I want to show you is this ginger plant here to the right that I just started growing. I'm really excited about that. I've never grown it before. It's kind of an experiment here. Some of my hydroponic lettuces I brought outside. I've got a Greek oregano there, a flower. I'm trying to remember what that is, but this whole area is pretty shaded on my porch that it just doesn't, my back porch doesn't get a lot of sun. It gets light, but not direct sun. Let me put it that way. There's lunatic and just a midday nap. But it's like an experiment. That's what I like about pots, because I can bring them in the wintertime and see if we've got some white sage here, some Tulsi basil, and oh my gosh, what is this guy called? I'm going to put it right on the thing. But again, the hope is to always move them indoors come the winter, because they will not overwinter in my part of the world. Now, this area of our pond right off of the back patio, I kind of was laughing thinking, oh, that's kind of like a water pot, right? With the little iceberg that we have in there. I've got a lot of chicks and hens in this area. Portulaca over there, another chicken hen that's flowering, just quite a variety of different things. I'm going to do something on chicks and hens here in a couple of weeks because I love them. My tomato plants that never really found a good home are sitting back here, just trying to say, are we going to ever have a tomato or not? And then the entrance to coming up to our back deck is I've got a couple of boxwoods, which I have just in the last couple of years gotten into boxwoods, inspired by Linda Votter. Thank you, Linda. And then coming back here, back to the very back of the garden, I just wanted to show you how pots can be incorporated into your ground plants. And I've got a couple of echinaceas here and some snapdragons up in that pot that are just lovely here in this back part of the garden. And then always, the wine barrels are just so great. And then I actually brought another pot in the middle of them that I had some kale from the spring, and then I just put some cucumbers that I hope will grow up this vine and give us lots of cucumbers this summer, tomatoes with nasturtium, and just your creativity. Let it be your guide. Carrots inside of this old sink that need to be harvested right away. And then, what's the difference between a metal bed and a pot? I don't know. But these have my mint and then some sunflowers. Now we're going to move up to the front garden. And again, just different kinds. These are not real plants. They're metal plants, but, they're still plants in a pot. I've got here some salvia that I have put in with these plants. My mind just went blank, and I'll put the thing up on the screen. And then I'm trying to keep my pansies. I just love pansies so much. But when it gets hot, if you do not deadhead them on a regular basis, you will lose them. So I have them in here with this little pine evergreen. I can't remember the name of it. And just some little pots here. I've got these pansies, some special pansies, that Japanese pansies that I have out here that I'm always deadheading. I just have to say, if you want to keep your pansies all summer, you can do it. You just got to really keep on it. And the same with the celosia. I grew that from seed. I've been pampering it. And then gomphrena always is a nice little hardy plant. And then here's a metal bed and I'll put a link down here to my friends over at Epic Gardening. All my metal beds come from them, and just a variety of things that I will move indoors when the weather gets cold. Look at this. I love little heads with plants in them. I don't know about you, like this geranium right here, this came out, in the house and then it came back out again, and this one as well. So you just can move them in and out. Look at this begonia, it's so beautiful, and I will move that in. Some more boxwoods. I lost the boxwood in the front this year, but onward we go. You know, my Rex begonia, which I've shared in the last couple of videos, I just am obsessed with this plant that I put in there with yeah, I can't remember the name of it, put it up there. But again, looking at your pots and how can you make them fun and different. Now this red pot, everything in there is a perennial that just comes back year after year, a hosta, etc. And when I say etc., I mean a comfrey, or even in this one, you'll see that hosta's in there. I've got columbines, and when they're out of season, you know, just different heucheras are popping up, just a lot of things. But let's go to the back garden now and look at what to do when your plants aren't working out. Wouldn't you agree that summer is too short to not have pots that look pretty? So I have this pot. While we're looking at pots that look good, I have this pot that doesn't look so good. I don't know what happened, why these didn't get along, but they didn't. And so this snapdragon, I'm going to replace it somewhere else. This dahlia that bloomed beautifully but then didn't, I'm going to replace it or put it somewhere else in the garden. And this, I forget the name of this flower. It was beautiful at one point, and there's 3 little ones that still have a possibility, but I'm going to move them too. And look at these little beauties I picked up at the garden center. I'm going to replace them with this, and I'll share that here with you in just a minute. So one of the things that I'm discovering as I look at this, you know, it all goes back to the good dirt. And I got some soil this season that I really wasn't that thrilled with. It was on sale at one of the big box stores, and I got it. But I mean, look at this piece of material in there. So I'm going to put, I can keep some of it, but I'm not going to keep a lot of it. And I'm going to, I did get some new dirt, and I'm going to go get that. So this is a blend from my local garden center, and put that in there, and I'll put some, a little bit of fertilizer in here too. Take these plants off to go find their new home. Put a little plant food in at the bottom. Get these guys into their new home. Pretty root bound. Give them a little tickle at the roots. And plenty of space for each other. And this is called a supersonic orange ice impatient. Look at the color of that flower, so beautiful. And this coleus, oh man, it's pretty root bound too. This time of year, it seems like most of the plants you get are a little root bound. But there we go. I just love this combination together. And you know, so much of this. So this coleus is called Stained Glasswork Velvet. Love that. And I'm going to fill it up with some more dirt. Good dirt this time around. Never pays to skimp on your dirt. You want those microorganisms inside of the dirt. And just put it all around. All right, and so from here, I will take you to where these guys are going next and finish up our tour. So I played around with this a bit, how I wanted this to be, and this is the configuration that I came up with to put these pots. I just love how they all came out. I love this color combination. I just can't get over it. And just how this looks within everything else. You know, it's like decorating your home. You're just decorating outside. I moved that from the outside. This little beauty, it's called I'll put it on the screen what it's called. It's a really cool little plant. And then moving over to this side of this area, another comfrey. I planted a lot of comfrey last year. I was really into it. It's an amazing herb and you should check it out. But I put some other things in there with the coleus, etc. And then heading over to another wine barrel that I have with a variety of things in here, from a Biden to a well, look at this. Look at this head. I bought this in California on a trip and brought it home with me, actually, because it had the plants already in it, which was really lovely. But I have this clematis coming up here. It has yet to flower. This one is for a very late July bloomer, and I've been redoing this particular wine barrel because of bug issues. So with that, I want to finish up today and just talk about, this is a pot I was not planning on getting, but I just happened to see it in the store along with these plants over at McGuckin's last night, and voila. I mean, it's as easy as that. This cost me about $20 between the plant and the pot, and now I have something out here on my back picnic table that will be here all summer long. Doesn't require a lot of water. So use your imagination, use your creativity, because my friend, it's all part of the gardening element and it can keep you going all summer long. All right, until next week. Thanks for growing with us, and we will see you next time. And in the meantime, be sure to like, comment, let us know what really resonated for you in this video, and then of course be sure to subscribe at no cost to you and be updated when we have new videos up to play.